Faith Promise is a very special time in the life of Compassion Christian. It's a season where we focus on critical questions, like why has the Lord blessed us so abundantly as a church family? And what's His purpose for us in that blessing? I believe His purpose is God's glory and the abundant life which Jesus promises us in John 10, a life of hope, far better than we could ever imagine, the best thing we can share with others, no matter where they live. Faith Promise is a time when we celebrate what the Lord has done this year around the globe through our church. And with great anticipation, we plan faithfully for what that impact might look like in the coming year. Together, we can do so much more than any of us can alone. And as you join in this effort, ask yourself, why is going outside the walls important? And how does it change us?
You know, most of my time here at Compassion Christian Church has been serving in student ministries, and whenever a student signs up to be a part of a Go team, I would always get so excited because I knew it was going to change the way that they viewed God, it was going to change the way they viewed themselves, it was going to change the way that they viewed their role in the kingdom of God, and I would always get excited about how much impact that was going to have, not only for those couple of weeks, but for the entire year.
So the Great Commission has had such a profound impact on our church, because what it does is it compels us to go and leave and begin rubbing shoulders with people who might look like us but who look very different than us, might live near us but also might live really far from where we are. And when we step outside our context, it gives us a new perspective, all the way to the point that when we begin to see even what faith, hope, and love look like, we have a much deeper and more significant understanding of what those things are.
I remember in high school, the Global Outreach Department coming and sharing with us what it means to care for the least of these. And in my heart, I felt and knew that I must and had to go. It radically changed my life. It changed my family as well. I met my wife on the mission field. I learned how to love like Jesus. I also learned what it meant to be loved and cared for. I learned what it meant to feel grace and mercy. I learned what it meant to be a part of a community bigger than ourselves. And the truth is, you're a part of that as well.
When we are talking about going outside these walls, the nations actually are coming to us. We can share with them the gospel, and we can have the opportunity to have the blessing to unify the Latinos and the Americans, sharing the testimony of Jesus Christ here in our community.
When I think about the effects of global outreach on my family, I can't help but think about the almost 5 years that we spent as missionaries overseas. We've not only cared for missionaries overseas, but we've been cared for by the church. We love missions, and now my 3 sons love it as well. All 3 have been on domestic mission trips. My middle son's gone to Ecuador, and now he's stretching himself even farther and wanting to go to Rwanda. And so we want to follow the example that Jesus set for us and the call to go and reach the lost. I can't imagine our family not having that passion for Christ, and we owe that to global outreach.
Hey, the reason that we're going to be a church that goes outside of these walls is because people in this world are searching for meaning. They're searching for some kind of purpose and significance. And you and I have found the answer to that in a relationship with Jesus Christ. And so we can't not share it. In fact, we're compelled to share what we know and who we've met. You know, Solomon in Ecclesiastes wrote that God has placed eternity in the hearts of men, and literally eternity is at stake for these people. And so we've decided to be a church that doesn't just recognize spiritual need or physical need. We're going to be a church that goes out to meet it. We're going to be a church that runs to it because that's who we are. That's in our DNA. That's a picture of what we do as a church.